Congratulations, guys, on a really solid statement win to begin the season. I'll start with Eric on the first question. What's your reaction to the match?
Basically speaking, I thought we played hard. Given that we haven't had a lot of time to play sixes, there's still things that we need to fine tune, and we're looking forward to getting in the gym and working hard on that. But all in all, high energy, good teamwork. I couldn't be more pleased.
What did you see from your team that was the really impressed you? What aspect of their game?
Communication and effort. Kind of things you can't really put a stat to. And that's kind of what keeps our team together. I think through good times and bad, and it helps us to overcome when we're not as sharp as we could be. So those things were big ones for me.
All right, Brad, I'll give you the harder question. Third set seemed to be a little bit of a lull. I'm not sure if that is because your team was so dominant in the first two sets. What did you attribute that lull to? And when you called that timeout in the third set, what was the message to your team?
Yeah, I mean, the timeout, we got to hit the ball in the court. And I think sometimes when things are going well and you hit a little bump in the road, you try so hard to correct it or so hard to fix it in one swing to gain back all the momentum you had earlier on in the set or in the match. And we're just trying to do a little too much. And that's happened. That's something we talked about as a group, that given how much has gone into this preparation of just everything going on in Costa Mesa and at Vanguard, that you want to do really, really bad and you want to do really, really good. And it sometimes can come back to hurt you a little bit. So I think it's great that we got to face some adversity and really communicate our way out of it, like Eric was talking about.
One thing that was really impressive, especially for the first match of the year, was that if the stats that I saw were the final stats, your team had 13 service errors, or service aces versus 14 service errors. When you have basically a 1-to-1 ratio, it's almost unheard of in men's volleyball nowadays. And you did that against St. Catherine's, who had no aces. What's your reaction to hearing that kind of stat from your team?
Yeah, it's good. We know you have to serve in and you got to serve tough. So finding that balance. And I think it's a testament to the guys really taking ownership of their serves and training, putting the time in. We've had lots of time to serve because for a couple weeks in the fall, that was really all we were able to do. And they really did a great job of just taking what could be viewed as a negative and taking ownership of it. And you see it really translate to their play and their serving specifically tonight.
Anybody who watches your team knows that the straw that stirs the drink is Kyle Anima, All-American last year. And he had a great night this year. Just can you comment on his game tonight and just what kind of player he is overall? Let's start with you, Eric.
Well, like you kind of alluded to, Kyle is definitely our anchor. We feed off him. Him getting going early is key for our entire team, not just him. And obviously in tight times, the guys look to him to help us out too. So, having him get off to a good start for the season is huge. Hopefully that same confidence and momentum will carry into practice. And, our new guys, our young guys, whatever, can kind of feed off that and follow his lead.
Brad, you had a couple players that were kind of game time decisions. Can you talk about those players?
Yeah, it's crazy times, crazy things happen, so kind of getting cleared and academically and making sure everything's, we're crossing our T's, dotting our I's. So we were able to add a player, Matthew Rusin, from Santiago Canyon College, and his situation, he was impacted by COVID. And so it was something that getting him in and getting him here, we were up against time, and he hit the buzzer beater there. So
nice. And let's talk about another player. You have a player on your team whose father played in the Olympics for Italy. So obviously he has a volleyball background, and talking about Mione, and I would imagine that playing for or having such a father, he has a great volleyball IQ. Can you talk about him?
Yeah, he's a player. He walked in the gym and just his serve alone, kind of catches everyone's attention and really puts them on guard. And he's really done a great job of not just raising the volleyball IQ within our gym, but helping everyone else and bringing them along. He's very bright and he's a very talented athlete as well. So he's obviously a great person to have within our program.
Let's just talk about the team's attitude, I guess, with regards to so much uncertainty and itching to play. What was Eric? What was the message to the team, and how's the team taken this pandemic and this time of uncertainty? Yeah.
Well, one of the things I love about our group of guys is from day one last year, really, they are really good at curating a culture that Brad and I are trying to create. And within that, they're really supportive of each other, which I think is key in strange times like these. The new guys are picking up on that right now. And there's such a feeling of family in this group that through it all, it's obviously frustrating for everybody. I mean, we want to coach, they want to play, but nobody's really gotten too upset, gotten too frustrated, gotten too down. It's just, it is what it is. We do what we can with each day. And, we look forward to nights like this where we get to go, because who knows what tomorrow brings. I mean, we're hopeful we're going to get to have something that looks like a season, but you just never know with the way the past year has gone. So they're real patient, they take what comes and make the best of it. And hopefully that in the end will help pay off for us.
Let's talk about the season, Brad. You play in the GSAC, and I believe one of your teams already has said that they're not playing this year, Menlo. How has your schedule come about, and is it finalized yet?
Yeah. I guess you never really know at this point. It could change, even today, you wake up and you're like, hey, I hope we don't get a call about anything coming up or anyone having a runny nose and that's just the reality we live in, where anything can happen on any given morning or any given day. But for the most part, it's finalized, and it took a lot of creativity from our conference after the unfortunate news of Menlo dropping out for this season. We were able to get creative, and we play Hope 7 times, and then we play St. Catherine's, and then we're able to get a match in with Benedictine, and that's our regular season. And the guys have been so great dealing with all of the schedule changes, and when we found out that the conferences weren't playing out of conference and managing that, the guys have been so steady and just ready for any competition and ready for any opportunity that gets thrown their way. And I think they would have been all for playing Hope 20 times if it meant that they got to play volleyball.
I actually see Masters on your schedule. Is that not correct, or is that a late ad that?
They've gone back and forth there. Yeah, we're not.
Okay. I think you and Hope should play for some kind of like belt or some kind of, I don't know, like a best of 7 sounds like you need to play for something more.
Yeah, you got to have off the clock sponsoring, like the off the
nice. Again, like Brad, you were saying that there's a lot of uncertainty. Are you trying to communicate to your players that to kind of take each day as it is, or can you have expectations for the season?
I mean, our expectation has been met every single day. And right now our expectation is, hey, you're going to wake up and you're going to be honest and truthful about how you're feeling. And it's, our athletic director, Jeff Purcell, said it best when in athletics, playing through the sniffles or playing through a cold was always the expectation. And this year we've really flipped the script to where now being a great teammate and being tough is saying like, I woke up and I had a headache, and I got to tell my coach, and the guys have been amazing with that. And the guys have sacrificed so much. And I could not be more thankful to have the group of guys here with Eric and I, because they're so willing to sacrifice. And, without going into too much detail, they're giving up so much for us as a group to keep moving forward. So it's been, as a coach, it's kind of puts me in awe of how amazing these 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds have been for us, because they have handled this so well. And quite frankly, a lot of the decisions we make as a group, because, I use my favorite Marvism is we're all in this together. And that's truly what this pandemic is for this team. And we vote on stuff. We try to make it as equal and fair, especially when it's something that's going to impact every individual within the program.
Eric, in terms of the expectations, you guys finished in the top 10 before the season was canceled last year, and then your preseason top 10. How much of the team's expectations are built off of where the team finished last year and started this year in the polls?
I think my expectations for this year, as far as how we play, I mean, like we said, the schedule is obviously different and we don't know what that's going to look like, but my expectations for this group are high. I'm not going to say we're going to win this or win that, but it's my belief that the group that we've assembled, especially with a few of the new guys, that we're competitive, on just about any team we come up against, even if it's a normal season or the one that we have before us. But it's exciting. We really truly have some excellent talent in here, and it's just getting them playing together and figuring, the little mannerism, gelling, as we say, getting that group to all be firing on the same cylinders. But in time, I think we'll get there, and I see no reason why we can't meet expectations, just of course barring injury or another shutdown. So it's exciting. I just hope we get to see it come through.
And please don't take this as a insult, but I feel like the team's success last year and the projected success this year is a testament to how much talent there is in Southern California, and how much teams or players were not afforded this opportunity before Vanguard was sponsored into volleyball. So I'm glad for these players having this opportunity to show their talents, and when they wanted to have a few years ago. Last question, I'm going to end on a light note. My sample size is quite small, but I believe tonight and when I saw you guys at CSUN, Brad was wearing khakis. Two questions. Are khakis part of your game day attire? And if so, can you give Coach Harbaugh a run for his money in terms of a khaki endorsement?
I don't think I can give Harbaugh a run for his money, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just figured I'd wear the same thing because why not? So I'm
right?
Yeah, I don't like getting too dressed up. I like keeping it pretty chill. I like this jacket, and I like so the guys got me a chain. They said I had to wear it. I'm not going to show it because it's not quite my style, but in honor of them, I had to wear it tonight. Well, I don't know if it'll last another night, so we'll see. But yeah, we just wear.
Awesome. Well, I am so happy that we have men's volleyball playing, especially on the West Coast. So you guys are have the honors of hosting the first match on the West Coast, and it was exciting. And just hope that you guys all stay safe and healthy, and you guys have a full season. And I know that you guys will do great things. So thank you for taking time with me and with Off the Block, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck and the best of health.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you, Jonathan.